2 weeks ago, Queensland, about, I don't know, 1,000 k's up the coast here, had a tropical cyclone and it came right down into Brisbane, Byron Bay, all that sort of area between New South Wales and Queensland, right on the border there. And they got some substantial rain, wind and everything. And then this week, we have it down here. It's not exactly a cyclone, but we term it East Coast low. We had 60 knot winds here on Saturday night and over 400 millimetres of rain in the last 2 days. So I wasn't able to come down to the boat, but I've come down to the boat today and the conditions are not much better, to be honest. We've got driving rain horizontally. Luckily, I've got the boat facing south. This is due south here and everything's blowing this way, and this is where you really love being on an anchor. At least actually you got the wind blowing past you. But with us being on a double-ended mooring like Darren's boat over here, you can see it really doesn't move much. It might move a little bit side to side, but there's no spinning around into the wind. If you're facing back into the wind, that's how it's going to be. You're going to have wind driving into your cockpit the whole time. Fortunately, most of our weather comes from the south, from Antarctica and Tasmania, comes up, and this big East Coast low is just churning in a big clockwise direction, throwing wind, and you know, we've basically probably got 40 knots here today. So I've come down to the boat, and I came down this morning and spent the first hour mopping up leaks. Not happy. You can see all this water coming down on the roof here. I've got a couple of leaks of things that I just haven't addressed, and one of those is right here. I personally don't think we could have done a better job on the windows, and this is the quandary of building these things in a factory where you're under a tent and you don't get to test this stuff, is the test is often out on the water. And I guess with production cats, the only way they can really do it is to shower the boat with a hose and try to force water into places, and I've seen some absolute disasters. But the only place I have a leak is here, right in this top corner here, and I can actually feel that the perspex is a little bit loose, so there's obviously water, either capillary sucking into it, and I cannot see where it is up on the top decks because it's all sealed, so there's obviously water getting in somewhere, and as a result it's dripping down onto here. So I'm leaving towels here overnight whenever it really rains until I can address this, and then it's running down here. And when I got here this morning, the whole steps were covered in water. I mean, 400 millimetres of rain is a lot of rain. So there's a couple other little leaks. I've got one over there. I'm not convinced it's not in the gunnel rail coming in. And the other one I have is my own stupidity. Up here we have our clutch bolts. So these are actually for our main halyards and everything run down into the winch. And obviously in here is dry as a chip, not a drop in there. But this bolt here, which is under our roof lining, this guy here has had, and it's actually, wow, yeah, that's some fiberglass. Yeah. This bolt here is dripping water on it. That's not very good. So I'm going to bog that up with Sikaflex and fix that when it stops raining. And there's also another one over the back there that's leaking as well. So not ideal, and as a result we had a bit of water in behind the helm station here, so it was a bit damp in here. It's just actually still dripping through, whatever. So there's another bolt up under there, you can see it dripping through here. Yep, that's where it's coming from. So not that good, and I need to address those couple of things over the next couple of days. After 2 days of working in the factory, I went up the factory and I started to fill in the edges of our door blanks. Now I've actually dressed them with Tassie oak, and then I've got wood flour and epoxy and filled the little gaps, and then I spent about 4 hours yesterday sanding them up. So that was a big job. I don't want to bore you with that, and I thought I'll come down to the boat and do a few jobs. One of those is back to the plumbing, and down here in the starboard wet head is to mount a new tap that we've got here through the Corian, and it's a fair unit of a tap. So it's actually a combination shower and tap. So you can pull this out, have a shower. I mean, we're not going to use this head very often for showers, but you know, if we have visitors, it might. The only real place I can mount it is right here in the corner. I wanted it over in the back here, but the problem is the chamfer panel runs down and it didn't allow for all this stuff. The mixer extension and all the hoses that are going to come down. So anyway, it's got to go in through here. I've put the seal on the bottom here. Now you've got, the good thing about this is able to be pulled up so that you can get everything through the smaller hole, and that's a really good feature of this particular tap. I like this tap. It's actually got a lot going for it. It's pretty simple. It's only reasonably cheap, but it will do the job. And the great thing about it is that, you know, I'll be able to have a shower in here. I might even be able to clip it up onto the wall here with something. and we've got a proper shower head as well as a faucet. Now that I've got that problem sorted, the other problem I've got is I've done the plumbing here. These guys have got to go up under there. The only problem is I can't do them up in there, so I'm seriously thinking about cutting these off, re-crimping them down here so that I've got access to them very conveniently, and it will allow for the hose of the shower to be able to run freely as well and get everything out of the way, because if I have it up under there, it's a good chance it's going to get a little bit complicated up in there as well. Got a lot of wiring coming through here. I've got an outlet here for the sink. There's plenty of stuff going on in there, and there's not a lot of other room up in there to be able to do anything with, so I think that's the best method. That one's done. I'm not overly happy with its position, but it's actually good because it gives you plenty of scope for a shower out here. Probably could lengthen that too to include, you know, washing down the toilet and stuff like that. So anyway, that's that one done. I've got to shorten these. I'm going to put these further up under there. And up here in the galley, I've got another similar sort of arrangement. This one's a pretty high quality one, but what I've done is I've changed the mixer extensions from this one to the one in the head, because this one works a little better. And they're nice thing about these flexible hoses, you buy them at any hardware shop. You're not relying on a ship chandler to see something like that, because that would be 10 times the price of a ship chandler. I keep knocking them, but it's just true. It's bloody true. The extortionate price. I've actually got a number of trade accounts with suppliers, and often I can actually get it cheaper from a hardware shop than I can actually get from a wholesaler, and it's exactly the same stuff. So in a lot of cases, not in every case, but certainly in some of the cases, I've found that it's identical equipment for 5 times the price. It's just madness. All right, that was an easy fix, and I'll get this one fitted, and I've already got our water filtration system in there. I've only got a single filter. I think, you know, we have pretty good water here in Australia, and I've cleaned out our tanks, and hopefully I can just maintain it with one filter cartridge. Obviously if we need a second one, they're pretty simple to plumb in. I can just add another one. But up in there I've got the complete filtration system there for the water, all my plumbing and everything over there. I'm pretty impressed with my plumbing skills. Taken way too long to do it. It's one of those things I never really considered how easy plumbing could be, and particularly with that right tool, with that crimping tool, it's just amazing. I mean, my whole house is done with exactly the same system, so I might be doing something mods before I hand the tool back. Well, it's a week later, and it's take 2 if I put the mask on. And the last 4 days we've had an East Coast low here, which is technically almost a cyclone. Just over that hill there, about 50 metres away, is a 6 metre swell, and coming in massive surf, and we've got a lot of debris coming up the creek. Our beautiful crystal clear river is no longer, because of this storm that we've had. It's only stuff that's been washed out by the storm. So we are about to move the boat up to the wharf again. I'm going to spend the night on it tonight. Maybe sit down, do a bit of editing, do a bit of fun, and you know, watch a couple of YouTube videos. Who knows what I might do. So Darren's come over again. He's just flown back from Queensland last night to arrive here at 11 o'clock in the morning, and we've got a nice high tide, so the winds are right down, thank God. I mean, if I tried to move it yesterday, I reckon I would have hit something. Alright, we've got a light oncoming wind and a tide coming in as well, so we're just adjusting the rudders to see which way it's going to steer out, to make sure that we don't hit anything on the way out. And Darren's pretty much got Janet and I worked out. He said, I'm a go-getter and Janet likes to write things down and have a procedure, and that's a bit of a problem. It's always been our problem. Feels good. Feels good. It does more forward than reverse. That's the one thing you got to watch. The current's got us and the wind's got us. Yeah, that's nice. That was easy. Here we go again. Take 2 of getting our boat rigged.
Okay.
Yes, mate. Did you notice?
I'll steer for a sec.
Yeah,
Go in the forward front, just under your wife.
Yeah.
And just have a bit of a feel around.
Yep.
Bit of a I was checking the steering out. And also, I didn't want to go over that leaf and stuff, so
Oh,
I did want to.
just as a bad vibration, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't want to be sitting on the loo.
Oh, it'd be shaking it out of you. All right, take two. Let's go and get our rig on. And it could be your canoe with the chain underneath it too. Or your kayak. Janet just sent me into a spin, said there's boats on the wharf, there's nowhere to wharf. Well, here we are again. 1 week later. We are waiting on the guys to come down from Sydney. They got the rig on the trailer, and I guess they're going to be here in about the next 20 minutes. We've been at the dock all night. I did a bit of work yesterday putting in a couple of the roof linings. We also checked all of the door fittings, so I've got to go back and trim a couple of the doors, and then I can go ahead and complete them as well, which would be nice to get them all epoxied up and looking really nice and bring out that grain in the doorways. But yeah, for now, today is all about rigging. We've got the high ab coming down, we've got the rig coming down, we're going to move this boat. Currently we're on a floating wharf, and I'm just waiting for the mussel farm to move their big beast. Yeah, what a morning. Stunning day. Stunning day. So this was my locale last night, and I was pretty happy to say this place is just beautiful to hang out at. Alright, so the boys have installed the seagull bridle. It's actually not tensioned yet, but all the work I did with this has brought this way forward, giving heaps of room for the furler. And we're about to move up onto this ugly wharf here, and Darren and Janet are just setting up our fenders with our barge boards. I'll come to you, because you're going to do the run round to the wharf when I pull it along. Just pull it in.
Pull the boat forward.
Yeah.
You can take that intermediate.
Yeah.
Right, I'll tighten off. So Riley's got this beast of a hydraulic crimper here. That is an absolute weapon. So make sure everything's done properly. Wow, that's insane how powerful that's going to be. Janet down here, you having a cup of tea? Enjoying yourself? It's pretty nice, eh? Yep. I was just commenting on someone here. She said, I've got nothing else to do. And since when have you had nothing else to do? There's Velcro to be put on the roof for the roof linings, and there's tons to do. Righto, time to put the blocks on the collar on our mast. I'm very excited about this because this collar is quite unique on this boat. It's normally they go down to the mast base and then run around the decks. We're actually going straight across to the deck and across to the top of the coach house and then across to the helm. That's sort of my design. I'm hoping it works. Yeah, right, okay, yep, makes sense. I like them. Yeah, they're all encapsulated bearings, which is good. So even if you take them off, the balls don't fly everywhere like happened to me once out there before. And there's no intermediate, so you don't end up with a bloody sail bag 10 foot high, because this is already a pretty high, this boom, isn't it?
Yes.
That's high enough. Might have a tight topping lift forever.
You gave her the measurements.
I know. That's not saying I knew what I was doing though. He's a hard man, Steve, this guy. We've just moved our mast over, and the procedure's going to be we're going to lift it on, and then Riley's going to do the measurements for the shrouds, and then we're going to take it off again. Wow, that's immaculate. How good's that? So we've got our cars on.
Yeah, I saw that.
All the blocks. serious, really good. Have a look up here. So we bought a beautiful scan strut radar mount and a radar deflector ring, which to the tune of nearly $1,600, and we couldn't use it. So we're going to have to sell it because we'd already had the conduits for the electrics in the mast, and we've added a Garmin camera at the spreader height so we can actually check out reefs and things ahead of us on our plotter, and that'll plug straight into the Garmin marine network. And the radar mount is now on the side of the spreader here, and the deflector wouldn't work either. So we had to sell it as well. And we've got a pre-bend. I think he's put about a 60 centimetre, I'll confirm that with him, a 60 centimetre pre-bend in the mast. And in about 20 minutes I think the truck's going to come down and we're going to hoist it up and do some measurements for the shrouds and sit it in place. So very exciting stuff. Cool. Okay, so it slides in or locks in, and then the nut, the locking nut comes in.
Okay.
So what we've got to do though, we do have to fill this conduit with Sikaflex to stop it leaking, even though we have a gooseneck or a snorkel on the actual deck. So this will plug into this. I'm hoping this is IP386 waterproof, which I think it is. It's all happening. Everyone's on the dock.
Yeah.
That's Ray.
Oh, that's right.
Ray Winkler.
Yeah. Well, some of us are on the dock. We just got one. Here we go, first rig of the day, first of two, and everyone's showed up at the wharf today. Alright, so we're going to high ebb it on.
This is exciting.
Pretty exciting, eh?
Yeah.
Don't you reckon, mate?
Yeah. Very
And you're off around Australia, Ray. Come on, tell us
Yeah.
the story.
19th Saturday. It's
Yeah.
a big first leg. We're going to Pittwater first leg
Fantastic.
because we're going to. There's a well-known pub there in Pittwater,
Oh, the Newport
the
Arms.
Newport Arms, and we were originally going on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
But we've worked out that the atmosphere at the Newport Arms will be better on the Saturday, so we're going to.
I agree, yeah, make it happen. I might even come up.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think I'll come up to the side and say bon voyage.
Yeah, no, we'll
Awesome.
be there. You know where we'll be.
I know where you are, yeah. Newport,
19th.
19th of July.
Easter Saturday.
Oh, 9th of April.
19th of April.
Oh, wow. That's exciting. All right, have fun. You like my beautiful dollop of Sikaflex that I put on? Just watch the white Sikaflex, Matty. It's all over it.
Okay.
Here,
I'll hold the rope.
round the top. Yeah, good idea.
Slip forward.
Is it all coming back to you, Darren? Yep. You remember this day?
Yeah, we had a crane that was about 40 or 50 years older than this one.
Oh yeah, did you?
Yeah, it was
Like a 50-ton beast, a steam-driven one.
It was almost.
Yeah, well, that's what you get for building a carbon mast. We could have just stood it up with a couple of ropes. Jesus, that's huge, isn't it? Yeah. I hate the fact that Ray's sitting underneath it. And my boat's sitting underneath it. Amazing high abs, aren't they? Holy dooly.
Alright, hold fire there.
Alright. Did we tighten this? Oh, yep. Just watch those hatches, matey. Look at you three. Why don't you just crack a beer and watch everyone else work their asses off? I was worried about you sitting there. I thought, I hope you can catch. Just say that again.
That again.
No, not that again. Say what you just said, you knob. What did you say?
That's half a degree.
Half a degree? Come on. The tolerances are not that tight, are they? Come on. The whole boat was built about 6 degrees out. We're just going to go and have a bit of a look at the flotation. Oh, she's sitting, yeah, it is sitting down. Oh, Rolly, that's perfect. That's absolutely dead smack. So Rolly was telling me I got a great deal on this, and I'll divulge the costs at some point, but yeah, there's a lot of shekels there. That is freaking insane. Insane. And look at this. Look at the water line. And that is sitting in place. I lost about 5 centimetres, which is exactly what I was planning on. So I can be pretty happy with that result. And we're getting everything measured up. All our swage is done. And so then we're going to lift it off, and then we're going to lay it down back on the stands, do all the swaging, and then Terry will come back again later on and we'll hoist it in place, and then she will forever be a sailboat. So what does it crimp? Where does it crimp? On the whole thing, doesn't it?
Well, so that's the dye, and then this is the swage there.
Okay, so
that's going to get embedded inside. The white's embedded inside.
Fantastic.
We'll check that it's going the correct depth. Yep, great. And joints in, you good? Yep, good. Check everything. The red mark disappears inside it.
Yeah, right, look how it pulled it in. So is it flattening them or just?
It's squeezing it and it's extending it a little bit.
Wow. Is this why you shouldn't put covers on your shrouds? Get water trapped in them?
The water sits at the bottom of the
and corrosion.
next to the wire.
Yeah. So how does the water get out? It doesn't.
Generally what you'll find is you'll go and pick up the shroud.
Yeah.
It's like usually it's got gravity's holding it down.
Yeah.
Creates a seal. You pull it up and then this water
Shit. Yeah, I've seen that. And the corrosion's obviously setting in as well, no matter how good your stainless is.
Well, that's right. So it's just sitting in the swage is essentially sitting in a pool of water, which is
that's no good.
not ideal. But
so these lengths you're putting in, you don't have to put it all the way in, or?
what's that?
But that mark there is not that.
That was our mark for cutting length.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Brilliant.
You good?
Yeah.
And have you got different size dies, obviously, for larger rigs?
Yeah. So there's a die for.
Yeah. What's this, 10 mil, is it?
This is 10 mil. So this machine will do up to 16 mil.
Wow, that's substantial.
And you can get dies from probably 3 mil up to 16 mil.
Try that, mate.
So are you going into synthetic rigging as well, or not?
Yeah, we're doing a job at the moment with Dyneema.
Dyneema, yeah.
I'm not.
That'd be pretty labour intensive, I'd imagine, with the splicing and everything.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, if you can get it just past that
Ooh.
mark, I think we're good. Yeah, look, it's all right. Like, I don't know, each their own. It's just more.
Handwork.
As an owner, there's more that you need to do because it's gonna stretch the move, so you're gonna have to.
A lot more retention.
Further in than what you marked.
Yep.
Yeah, that's perfectly.
Yep.
Yeah, just the whole retensioning
Yeah.
on a regular
Oh,
basis.
I've seen that. I've helped Darren with his down there. It's just continual.
Yeah, so I mean that's what I don't like about it.
Fair enough.
But if you like
Yeah.
playing around with your rig, then
You like the
it's
light
fine.
stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
So the boys are just having a break. Janet's having a break. We're having a break. I'm not really sure what we're having a break from. I guess it's okay. Checking the tide, see when we can actually go home back to our mooring, which is going to be tomorrow. But look at it now. So we're going to lose the tide. We've got Ray here, Ray Winkler, who is getting ready to circumnavigate Australia. He's right up our backside with his sea wind. It's like Cat City here at the moment. And the boys are having their lunch break. And there it is. It's our amazing rig. So happy. Here we go, we're going on. Second time, and it's all swaged, all done. The furl is all done. We're ready to basically rig the boat. How good's that? Matty in casual attire. Mufti day. Mufti day at the wharf. No, neither did I. He walked up. I thought, who's this bugger? Coming up to help out.
Oh, there. Hold it there.
Here we go. Here it is. 50,000 bucks plus. Probably with all the accessories on it, probably 60 grand worth of 60,000 Australian dollars sitting there. We're doing it though. Yes, she's airborne.
Yeah, you want to jump on the roof with him?
Should be close enough now, we're right in.
Whoa.
Okay, now suck it in a bit. Whoop. Just jib it down a bit. Okay, now suck it in a bit. Whoa. Okay.
Beautiful. Well done, Terry, Matty, legend. And should I have gone further forward with that striker?
Well, it's going to come down. We're not finished yet, so.
Oh, okay, once it's tensioned. Do you want me to hold it?
Yeah, just hold it up for me. Thanks. You can let it sit on the shifter.
Alright. Yep. I was going to say, how do you get the crane off? Is it working? The winch working? I hope that bloody. No, oh, I can hand winch it. I've got a hand winch. Oh. I love you, Steve. It saves me going up there. Someone's got to go up and release the crane. That's it, she's on her own. See you guys. Thanks for all the help. I saw the beers come out. Yeah. How's that, Dylan? Standing on its own. That'll be me one day. You guys can live vicariously now. Have fun. When are you going? 3 weeks? 2 weeks? Well done, Steve. You've earned your money today, mate. Trusting in my blocks.
I think it's easier to. Right, where are the shifters on your pocket? Just gonna sit. They're on the roof thing. Yeah. This is the old panel. Sit here. Right, no, just bung it straight on. Turn it up for it. Oh, it's just a rivet. Sorry.
What about the string? Has that got to be out the way? Oh, I guess.
Just go back a little bit. Come forward.
That's it. Oh,
Wow. You finally go, was he not in? Yeah, that one. Flip that onto the back.
Flip it on, so what?
There's a hole at the very end. Soft shackle.
Ross made that kayak 20 years ago, 15 years ago maybe.
Still going alright?
Well, he's just refurbished the bottoms for him. But
How's this bloody soft shackle business work?
You see that, Rolly? That's my boat.
how many electricians does it take to change a light bulb? I won't come and add to it.
Hey, Dano. Nice boat, mate.
The secret roof opening.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see that. I almost paid 30 bucks for one of them at Whitworth the other day. I thought I could make
Okay. Just hang on to it before you. One of you hang on to it, and then we need to put a line on the back. Otherwise, it'll swing around and
a bit higher than I probably needed it.
take someone out.
Oh God,
It's
yeah.
actually a little bit higher than I needed it.
It's not level, so higher than level.
Or our heads. More importantly.
Is that tight?
Tight enough.
It's not going to flail around.
Well, it's going to move a bit.
Yeah. We can do one to the other side. I'm going down the left side of the channel because I want the depth. We're moving just on the turn of the tide, and we got down to 0.4 of a metre underneath it, so it's pretty shallow at low tide. A lot of sand moving up in the creek here, particularly after these big storms, but we're down to a metre now. Thanks, mate. So's yours. I love them. Well done. That was easy. Yeah. 0.4. Oh no. I'm slowing up. Yeah, it's at the back. I'm in neutral, but I'm gliding. Alright, you're going to get that easy, hopefully. Can you see it?
If I don't get it,
I'll bring the back in.
if I don't get it, I'll get the rope. Okay.
Well, I'm in neutral, Darren. Righto, get him on. Wow. That was cool. That was cool. Well done, Dad. That was so easy. Proud of us.
So am I.
That was awesome, eh?
You did really well.
Thanks, Dylan. I've driven cats before, but this creek is just so like we've got 2 meters here, and we're only in 1.5 meters where we're sitting where we are now at low tide. But around the corner there, we got down to 40 centimeters, which is it's not even 2 feet, and that is yeah, you can see why a lot of these big boats just don't go out. A lot of the yachts up here that have keels on them never go because they just can't ever get the water. So time to pack up. We're actually heading to Sydney after that big rigmarole, and I'll call it a rigmarole, pardon the pun. We're heading to Sydney to look after Sam's dog because they've gone away for 3 days to Adelaide. So we've got to pack up, and there's been a fair bit of work going while I was getting the rig done as well. So I was able to get a lot of the roof linings done, and I've just got to leave it because I'm spent, to be honest. I haven't had a really good night's sleep. This morning at about 4:45, the muscle guys were right in front of me dropping tenders on the ramp, and big IBCs full of liquid and muscle bags and everything, and craning stuff on and off at 4:35 o'clock this morning. So they're trying to beat the tides too, because since this big storm we just had, this big east coast low, the river mouth has almost closed up, so we've got to wait for that to clear out with a couple of big tides. So we just need basically a spring tide to come in and move some sand back out again, and then we'll be good. Janet and I are going to take this out next week. We're hanging to go out and just motor out in the bay on our own and just, you know, spend a couple of days out on the water. And we think Dagmar's coming down to look after our old Lexi, who's failing these days. It's sad, but timing sort of, you know, sad. She's 14.5 years old now, so she's getting on. There she is, ready to get us soft furnishings. The water glistening on it. Should have polished it while it was there. Oh, that was so good.